Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Albion. And when last we left off, there is one encounter in this canyon that we've yet to show off, and that is the one with the Bandit 1, a Bandit 2, and a Bandit 3. The Bandit 3 being an enemy that we have not yet faced at all. The Bandit 3 is a very dangerous foe indeed. One capable of, mincemeating anyone in this party right now. So we're going to take this very carefully. Well, that was the end of one person, and that was one fireball there, and everything else pretty much missed. We're going to focus all of our spells and abilities on trying to obliterate this Bandit 3 here, because pretty much that Bandit 3 is even more dangerous than a Bandit 2. And while we're here, one Banished Demon from Melthus, just so that we can raise that a little more. Also, the pixels here on the Bandit 3 really don't work well in the dark. I think this sprite here works a lot better in the daytime, and attacks can occur in the daytime. Right, what we need to do now is a small fireball or two here, just to deal with this Bandit 3 here. And while the Bandit 3 is frozen in place, we will use, there we go, brilliant. And I believe that fireball was wasted, but that's alright, because now we've dealt with this quite difficult encounter. Alright, just a few more rounds of attacks here, and we should be alright. Okay. On the other hand, the Bandit 2 is still hit really hard, and Melthus has reached level 13. I think there's a lot of levels to go yet until, Melthus reaches the level for the final spell he can learn. Also, that's a lot of loot. We could sell all of that. And it might be worth doing so, even though we have a lot of money, as you can see. We have just a lot of things in general. But it's worth going out and getting all the money that we can, because in the next area we're going to go, we're not going to have that much money at all. Mainly because everything is pretty expensive there, and I think we want to have some of these rations too. There we go. We can move, which is good, and briefly one of the characters clipped through the scenery there. But we want to get out of here and head up to the areas where we can sell things, because the more things we sell, the more likely we are to get more money. And by more likely, I mean we'll definitely get more money. We probably want to rest at some point too. Alright, over here, we also want to get an item for Reyna while we're here. The light chainmail. I didn't get it before because we were going to be doing a lot of looting in the Forbidden area, and the Forbidden area has so much loot that you really don't want to overburden Reyna. There we go. We'll give him that, and we'll start selling off various things. We could sell that bow. We do have another bow on his person. There we go. What else can we sell? Well, we could sell these shoes, but I'd rather sell this here. There we go. We'll sell that. We'll sell 2 bows here, because we have a lot of them, and that's going to give us a lot of money. You'll note that I haven't sold any of the gems that we have. I know we need 1 gem for something very important later, but at the moment we're just holding on to them, because I think there's a merchant in the next place we go that specifically likes gems. What else can we sell here? We could sell that, but I think this might be the first suit of leather armor we've ever seen. Is it better than I don't think it's better than the studded leather. Let's have a look. It's actually worse. I was sort of expecting it to be worse, so we could sell these though. That's fine. There we go. 1, 2. Is there anything else we need to sell? We could sell these as well. It's a lot of items that you can get from that canyon. I think there are only a finite number of encounters you can have there though, so eventually once you've exhausted all of them, that's pretty much it. Also, the guy running this store must really wonder where we get all of this stuff from. Or then again, maybe they know that there are bandits down in the pass, and we're doing them a favor by clearing it out. I know you don't get a reward from anybody for completely getting rid of them, but then again, maybe you actually can't completely get rid of them. We've also done some training. We can't use all of our training points right now, actually, because some of our party actually have too high a skill in things, making it impossible to... yes, Reyna is carrying way too much. Fortunately, if we just do that, Reyna is now carrying much less. You'll notice that we are holding on to a fair few items, and in fact, we could buy ourselves a shield while we're at it. What kind of shield do we want? I think a round shield will be just fine. That's because we're potentially going to be getting a new companion soon. And this companion is certainly going to want some equipment. Even if we eventually buy equipment later, just having a small selection of equipment to start with is always good. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is, these shops are always open. As opposed to the ones in Jurinar and the ones in the next place we're going to, where they won't always be open. Alright, let's see what we can sell here. We'll keep everything there. I think it was the shoes primarily that we wanted to get rid of. There we go. Have more shoes. And although I'm doing something which I shouldn't be doing, which is clogging up the sales potential here, we've got to get rid of all of this stuff either way. Actually, we might as well keep the boots because that pair there, I think we should just drop these. Goodbye, shoes. Also, we got rid of the blue dagger, because the blue dagger has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. Also, this is a vital item. We are never getting rid of this door key. Ever. We could actually sell those torches too while we're at it. Those torches weigh a fair bit, and now that we have Syrah in the party, we don't need to worry about torches. Let's see, we could sell all 26 of them for 20 gold, but more importantly, they weigh a lot. They weigh, that's a lot of carry capacity taken up just by torches. We'll keep a token amount of them, just so that we, just in case we do run out of carry capacity. There we go, or rather run out of magic. Alright, I think we're good here. Let's go! We have a whole new place to go to. After we rest, that is. Rest until dawn. And get all of our spellcasting back. Also, I really don't think there's a reason to go... No, I don't think there's a reason to go across that bridge there. So we're just going to head down here and return that amulet. That amulet is the whole reason we've been doing all of this, and there's nothing else we really desperately need to do here. There are a few things that we can do in the next place we go to. Oh, certainly. There's going to be a lot of exploration. But for now, we're just going to head down here. We've got a fair few levels. I mean, Drur is level... what level is Drur? Level 16. And Tom is level 18. And Tom still doesn't have a second attack around, whereas Drur has 3. And that just shows, how slow the progression for Tom is. But then again, Tom was never a warrior. Not originally, anyway. Tom's a pilot. You wouldn't know from all the fighting he's been doing recently. Is this where we want to go? Yes, here's Tharnos, the King of Clouter. Hello, Tharnos. How are you? Toki Din. Ah, the travellers who tell jokes again. I don't think we were telling jokes. By the way, what do you know about this item here that we're going to hand over? The Strength Amulet. Ah, how wonderful. You've got the amulet. I, too, will keep my word and write out permission for you. You see, you're making a fine deal just for this little errand. Little errand? Tharnos, you do not know what we had to do to get that strength amulet. But I think we'll keep that to ourselves. It was nice talking to you, Tharnos. We are likely never going to speak again. There is one final thing that you need before you head out over to the next area. You need 200 gold. Togi Din, strangers. What can a simple sailor do for you? Togi Din, Garrus. We are looking for passage to Mani, the land to the east. Naturally, the price for a crossing is 200 gold pieces. Of course, every traveller needs permission from Tharnos. Speak to him about your sea voyage. You'll find him in his house in the middle of the village. We already have the gold and the permission. The voyage can begin. Very good. Let's set off immediately. And so we did. In the same kind of boat, I might add, I was just about to say. It's exactly the same as the boat from before. Tom and his companions board the ship, and later begin the trip to Beloveno, the great harbour city. It's very different to all the places we've been to. Very different indeed. Drur again uses the passing time to teach everyone the Mani language. And that is the, one of the reasons I think why they had Drurg come from Beloveno, so that Drurg could teach this language to everyone. But time flies until finally Mani looms on the horizon. Before long, a magnificent view of the new land and of Beloveno, the harbour city, appears. It is indeed a city! Garrus manoeuvres the ship skillfully into the harbour and says farewell to his passengers, probably marvelling at the fact that he just earned 200 gold for a pretty easy journey. Well, that's over with. Let's take a look at the city. And indeed it is a city! Here we are in Beloveno, my friends. I will propose that first we look around the city. Maybe we'll learn about the Toronto. Anyhow, we have to try and make progress. We have a lot to accomplish in this large city. And there are some very nice ships here. And this place is indeed large. It's a big place, and we're going to be doing a lot of exploring and a lot of talking to people. Starting with you, sir! How are you? Unfortunately, I don't have time for a lengthy conversation, but when you get a chance to talk to someone, ask them about the mountain pass, Kurnos, and, Shrimilinar. Yes, Shrimilinar is quite important, actually. All of these places are important. So let's write them all down, shall we? Let's write down the mountain pass. Let's write down Kurnos, and we'll write down Shrimalinar. Shrimalinar, that's quite a mouthful. And I already know what these all are. Kurnos is a Celtic village, and this is going to be really difficult. Shrilaminar, I will never say that right, is the Iskai village here. There is an Iskai village, there is also an Iskai section to this city itself, and we might as well spend all the time we have here to explore. Hello, person who doesn't appear to be moving. How are you? Sometimes I stand at the harbour for hours and listen to the sound of the waves. Natural forces always continue to impress me. Isn't it wonderful to breathe the fresh, salt air and to feel the spray on your face? Let's go and hear that sea sound, shall we? It is quite a nice sound, I'll give you that. And here is an area that you can just deliver goods are checked here. Oh, well that's nice. Where did you go? There was someone here I could talk to. Well, there you are, hello. Let's talk to you, shall we? By this cauldron. Skeena Din. If you would like to get to know people, then visit the tavern. You can also rent a room for the night. Thank you. Everyone here is very friendly, especially to people who are dressed so oddly like Tom and Raina are. It's worth to explore the entire area. Also, you'll note that while this place is big, a lot of it is taken up by this dock to the south that appears to have no real purpose, except to house a few people that will just walk around. Also, this really is a proper city with a wall and everything. And you'll notice, while there are some more human-style buildings, there is also this Iskai building here, which is not so bad. Or rather, this Iskai-style building. It's still got the stone walls that really aren't typical to, say, Jirinar. There's one that's more like the ones we've seen before. There we go. What else do we have here? Anywhere we could go into? No. Let's start having a look around, shall we? And just explore and talk to everyone, because this is quite an important area for now. We're going to be spending a lot of time here. Here is a merchant. We'll find out what this merchant is. This merchant is the armor smith. Now, this is someone we need to, can we grab any of this? As you can see, there's already, these boots are mine! And so are these! And as you can see, we can't really grab any of the other things, unfortunately, but we will gladly grab what you have. And we will talk to you as well. Have you talked to Thunag? He's a rebellious magician, and I sense others like him among you. Thunag is known throughout the city for his strong and stubborn character. He lives with Karaya. You can find him there. Oh, alright. Let's have a look at this sign, shall we? The sign says, shields, helmets, and armor. The very best quality. They're not joking either. Skeena Din. Or Schema, rather. It's Schema Din, not Skeena Din. My mistake. We'll start that again. Schema Din. Are you looking for something specific? I can sell you all sorts of things which you can use for protection. Armor, clothing, vests, caps, shields, boots, etc. You actually said etc., which is good, but I don't think you said etc. However, if you're already wounded, you should go to Ramina and let her heal your injury. What is your profession? I sell shields, armor, and other protective clothing. And you said something about Ramina. Our healer is called Ramina. Her clinic is a small, modest house in the northern part of Belovino. Ramina has extraordinary knowledge and is also very good-natured. If you are sick, she will help you. Well, what do you have? You have a lot of really good stuff, that's what you have. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell all of these pairs of shoes to you. And as you can see, we're getting a worse deal than we did back in the previous area we were in. That is because that person that we were selling the shoes to was one of the best merchants in the game. They also have the just normal shoes as well. They have heavy chainmail here. Heavy chainmail weighs a lot, like twice the weight, and the amount of additional armor you get is only 2. I'm not sure if it's actually worth buying a suit of heavy chainmail right now, but I could always consider it. There are also metal shields here, which are 6.8 kilograms and confer 12 points of protection, much like the Dream Shield that we have here. There are also metal helmets that confer 8 protection, as opposed to the studded cap here, which confers 4, and the half-metal shell, which confers 6. I don't know if they reduce your close combat skill, but I know that does, and that does quite substantially. And that's why I'm not sure if I want it yet, because we do have quite a lot of protection on most of the party. I mean, 41 on Tom. That would only improve it up to 43. But it is nice to know that this person is here. And we might as well buy a light chainmail vest here, just so that we can give that to whatever potential party member we want to get later. You can get 2 party members here. There is not just there's not just Thunag that you can get, and Thunag is a recruitable party member, and at one point Thunag is an essential party member. You have to take Thunag with you at some point. Ah, there was someone here to talk to. Don't run away, I wish to converse. When you come out of the city, defend yourself against the Crondiers. They are aggressive stalkers. Ah, that is very true. There is more than just the Crondir 1 here now. There is also the Crondir 2, and also this. A large stone block. Marvel at its blockiness, and that it is made of stone. I think actually before we head further this direction, there's a lot to explore here, but once you've explored all of it, you've pretty much seen the whole place. We want to go over to the more Iskai part of the city here, and just see if there's anywhere to go in here. And I think there is. Ah! There is a tavern! We shall go in the tavern. There's a lot of places to go here. Hello! Would you like a room for the night? And there's no nonsense here at this inn. Let's look at this sign, shall we? What do you have to say? On the shield it says, Announcement. What are we announcing here? We may never know. There are quite a few people here we could talk to, and we're going to talk to all of them. Ah, this door has a delicate lock and serves as a passage between the tavern and the boarding house. However, since both buildings can be reached from the street, there is no need to open the door. Ah, yes, I remember. This place is interesting in that regard, in that you can unlock that door, I think, but there's no real reason to. Have you been in our guest house? Travelers of both sexes like to visit it. Perhaps you've already met Karaya. She works there. She's always very friendly and talkative, but sometimes this causes problems. You can imagine that some customers don't appreciate it very much. Perhaps they don't. Let's go see if there's, are there any, places that... Ooh, this door's open. And there's nothing in here worth looking at all. We might as well... Ah! There's someone to say hello to here. I don't like it when strangers talk to me. I won't join your religion's sect, and I won't buy any documents from you. Please do not disturb me any longer. Oh. Alright then, goodbye. We shall see you later, when I inevitably try to talk to you again. And this door is open too. And there's nobody in here. That is not surprising. I don't think there's actually very much you can get from this place. Alright. We could go down here, but it's actually just worth going round to the other side of the building and entering in that way. Alright, we want to go turn around here and just head around the other side. There is a large plaza here with a fountain, numerous tables, containers and vessels. It seems to be a marketplace. Indeed it does! There are lots of things here and we have headed in the wrong direction. But that's alright, there's still a lot to see in Beloveno. And I was trying to talk to you, but then you ran away. Hello. If you would like to get something, then talk with the people. That's the only way you'll find out anything here. If you can't talk, you'll get nowhere around here. That's a rather harsh comment, considering that we have Melthus in the party, but then again, she doesn't know that. Talk to the people often. It pays to be persistent. Just recently, I talked my neighbour out of his little decorative fountain. He hasn't needed it for years, but I had to ask him 5 times until he finally gave in. Some people are simply pig-headed. Most people here are that way. And some change their minds as the political situation changes. Simply stay with the people and talk to them. Fair enough! And when we come back, folks, we will stay in this nice area here and continue to explore Beloveno. There is the tavern, and I think the other side has the other entrance. There are also 2 merchants here. This merchant I think is quite important. This one is mixed goods. Very important merchant. And I think down to the south might be who I was thinking of before. This might be the, it's the weaponsmith. That's a good one to know. And so, there are open doors here too. We might want to go in them at some point. But that's for next time, folks. And I'll catch you next time for when we come back, or exploring Beloveno. And I'll see you then. Later.